Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 1C, and we're here to present to you our example of the therapeutic and non-therapeutic communication. But first, I would like to introduce the characters of our short play. The narrator would be me, Caraga, and for the first scenario, the patient would be played by Mr. Bradbury, and Miss Bercano would be the one to act as a nurse. For the second scenario, the nurse would be played by Miss Bottomley, and Mr. Canicula would be the one to act as a patient. The script are written by Miss Capati. Communication serves as the bridge for a people to establish a relationship and is made for self-expression. In fact, communication in a clinical setting is essential as well. It helps healthcare providers, such as nurses, to interact and communicate with their clients. According to Revere University, therapeutic communication prioritizes the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of a patient. It is a communication technique that helps nurses to establish a trusting relationship with their clients. Without therapeutic communication, patients cannot reach their maximum potential and healing. Nurses will not be able to know what their patient needs or what is best for them. The goal of improvement, development, and client satisfaction cannot be met. For the scenario 1, we would like to present first our example of the non-therapeutic communication, to be played by Mr. Bradbury as a patient, and the nurse would be played by Miss Bercano. The scenario happens at a hospital clinic. The situation is, the nurse needs to do the physical assessment of a patient that suffers from a diarrhea, has blood stool, and losing appetite. But the nurse looks tired because of the numbers of patients that she handled.
Sorry I'm late. I just had a quick lunch with my co-nurses. I've handled a lot of patients this morning. Anyway, I'm Miss Boricano, and what is your concern?
I've been having stomach pains in the past 2 days.
What else did you experience from the past 2 days?
I, I am experiencing diarrhea. I also observed that I have bloody stool and I lost my appetite.
What was that again? Blood stool.
I was feeling unwell and I didn't have the appetite to eat and finish even a single meal. I always go back and forth to the bathroom.
Is that all that you have been feeling? Nothing else?
Okay, nurse.
Okay, just wait here. Dr. Mendoza has not arrived yet. Entertain yourself and I'll be back. I'll call you right away when he arrives.
Thank you.
For the second scenario, the theme shows the example of therapeutic communication, to be played by Miss Bottomley as a nurse. The patient would be played by Mr. Canicula. Scenario happens at the hospital clinic. The situation wherein the nurse needs to do the physical assessment of a patient who is suffering from a stomach ache for 2 days already.
Good morning, Mr. Canicula. I'm Nurse Chima. What brought you to the clinic?
Good morning, Nurse J-Mac. I came here because I've been having stomach aches for almost 2 days.
Is that so? What else did you feel for the past 2 days?
I've been feeling so much pain, Nurse J-Mac.
Could you describe the pain you are feeling right now? Can you tell me more about it?
The pain that I've always feel comes back to time, and I feel nauseous too.
You still remember the last meal or food you ate before you felt all the pains you are feeling right now?
The last thing I ate before all this is street food. I ate so much isaw and fishbowl.
During the past minute, you told us about your health concern. You told us about the frequent stomach pain and you have been feeling nauseous lately. Alright, Mr. Kemikola, I will have to finish my data recording right now and give my finding to Tato. The case is that Tato Karaka have not yet arrived, but I will be back in 5 minutes to call you. Is that alright, Mr. Kemikola?
Yours, Nurse JMac. I'll wait here. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Kenigula, I will be back right away. Thanks.
In the second scenario, the nurse is seen to be more approachable than the previous one. The therapeutic communication techniques that were applied were providing general leads, being specific and tentative, usage of open-ended questions, and restoration or paraphrasing. The nurse implies these techniques to further understand and determine the patient's concerns and for the patient to verbalize what she and he has been feeling lately.